Hello everybody and welcome to the display base. Today we're going to be checking out the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse White Knight Batman. From what I've heard, this is one of the best Batman that McFarlane has put out, and he's put out a lot, so that's saying a lot. It looks pretty good from outside of the box. I like the design. Here in the box you have the DC Multiverse logo. Tells you that it is a Batman. The side does the same thing. The side actually says that it is the White Knight Batman, so if you're a collector, you got these guys on your bookshelf, you can have them like that. Tells you what they are. On the back you get some comic book art and other figures that they have available. A little bit of information. And we're back around to the front. You can see he comes with his grappling gun there, which is more of animated series style. He comes with a lasso, or I don't know what you want to call that. And then he comes with a grappling line. So I mean, you can get him into some grappling poses potentially. But let's go ahead and get him out of the box and take a look. One quick thing before we look at the figure, you can see that on the insert of the box, comes with a display stand and a collector's card, which I don't really care to take out. So I'm gonna leave those in there, but the collector's card comes with the comic book art that's on the back of the box and the name and information of what the art is from, and then on the back of the card it usually has a little write-up of information on this particular version of the character. And then the stand, which is just a pretty basic stand, has the DC logo. It's that McFarlane Toys kind of stand. So that's about it on that. Alright, now we got him out of the package. You can see his grappling line there, which looks pretty good. It's got, it's detailed, it's tied around the batarang here. It's pretty long, and it's definitely, it's not flexible, but it moves. Like that. Have the actual grappling gun part here, which, like I said before, seems sort of animated series style. Get some silver paint there on the ends of the handle. Otherwise, you know, alright detail. You can see what's supposed to be the actual grappling hook right there with the claws. Looks alright. And then you have this line as well. This line that's all wrapped up. That looks all right. And that is supposed to hang on him right here. You can just sort of hang it on his utility belt like that. And that looks all right. I'm gonna take it off for now. Put it over here. And this would go in his left hand. See if I can do that real quick. Definitely a tight fit to get it in there. So maybe heat up his hand a little bit before you do this if you want to put his grappling hook in his hand. There we go. And it doesn't necessarily go between his fingers very well like it's supposed to. There we go. There he is holding the grappling hook. And I thought looking at this line that there would be a way to insert that into here, but it doesn't seem that way. So I guess you could kind of fudge it and make it look like it's in there when you take pictures, but let's remove this for now and go ahead and start looking at the figure. He's definitely got some good detail. You can see all the lines here on the logo on the chest, and the logo looks really cool. Loving this sort of Dracula cape he's got going on here. That's very soft plastic, feels good. It's got a lot of good detail on it. And then on the back of the cape here, you've got these sort of pieces right here. That looks really good. The head, he looks angry, brooding, like he's supposed to. He's got a big Batman chin. I like the smaller ears. The arms look really good. Of course, with McFarlane Toys, you're gonna get this really good sculpt and trueness to the original art. That's like McFarlane's whole thing. I like his gloves. Those look good. The ball joint in there is hidden pretty well. The belt looks pretty good. It's not really picking up on camera, but there's a little bit of a dark wash on it that you can see in person. And then of course he's got a knife there that you can't take out. McFarlane loves doing that as well. And this is, yeah, this is one of those soft, like plastic overlay things that McFarlane, so you can see, McFarlane likes putting on his figures as well to hide the joints there. The legs, you get these big boots, go all the way. See, they didn't hide the ball joints on the ankles, but it looks alright. It doesn't bother me too much. Every different brand of figure has their own peculiarities, so not too worried about it. Overall, I mean, straight out of the box, he looks really good. He's hard to stand, I will say that. There you go. Might end up taking out that base or using him with have a few NECA stands. But he looks great out of the box. Go ahead and start to look at the articulation. His head goes up a little bit. See, there's normal, up a little bit, and he'll look down. You could get him looking down at the city like that. It's a good enough pose for Batman. And you can push this cape a little bit so he'll look to the side as much as he needs to, I guess. And that cape will come right back for you. It's very soft. Looking at the arms, now we'll see. Yep. The cape will come right out of your way. And you can get his arms all the way to the side, the T-pose. He's got a bicep cut and this McFarlane butterfly joint, you can see. So he's got a little bit of movement there. And then he's got rotation at the shoulder and the bicep cut right there. He'll get a little bit of movement because of how see if there you go. Because of how the bicep cut is cut around this shoulder here, it goes about that far and then stops, which is enough, I think. He's got a single jointed elbow, which you can see the ratchets right there. That doesn't bother me, but maybe it bothers someone else. And it goes about 90 degrees, maybe, yeah, just 90 degrees. That's fine. For me, I wish these were painted. They're not painted. So they're just as gray as the suit, which is not. Maybe if they didn't put it on there, I don't know, would have been better. He's got these, I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they're there, and those are painted. Then you have the hands, which move down and up like that, and then I think probably you can rotate them around this ball joint, and then you can get a movement in and out like that. He has a diaphragm cut, which if you've spent any time with McFarlane's diaphragm cuts, he will not go forward at all. And he will go back a little bit. Try not to utilize that waist cut. He'll go back a little bit there. So I'm not really sure why it's there at all. You'll get a little bit of rotation, but not much. And he does have a waist cut, which will help him go forward a little bit more. And backward a whole lot more. And you'll get some rotation on the waist cut as well. Look at the legs. He gets real low with the legs. Move so you can see that. I mean, he could probably go a little lower, but it looks like just the way these boots are molded on here that it's stopped by that, but you could probably get all the way down if you kind of worked with it a little bit. Got that boot cut under here, under this utility belt. He will kick. You kind of have to push that belt again because it has that soft plastic overlay on his crotch. Go out all the way. That's great. And he'll go back very far. That's great. Got double jointed knees. Go very far. They feel good too. No thigh cut. That's pretty standard for McFarlane's DC line, or all of his toys in general, really. Foot will go down that much, up that much, and I know all of these McFarlane DC figures have this weird, I guess I'll call it a rocker, but it's sort of dependent on where the foot sits on the ball joint, so it's not like you kind of have to turn it and then it'll go up, if that makes any sense at all. It's very weird. And then he does have a toe articulation there, which goes up really far, probably much further than you would need it to. Overall, this guy he's pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with him. I have a few other McFarlane DC figures, and he's definitely in the upper echelon of those, I guess you could say, as far as looks and articulation are concerned. Let's see if we can get him in a cool pose here. get him to stand. This would be a lot easier with a thigh cut. I can say while I'm doing this, I do wish he had extra hands, like another closed fist. Just because his hand just kind of looking like this, like a trigger finger, isn't great when he's not holding that that bat, what is it called? Grappling hook. There you go. Got a little pose for you. Not the best. Yeah, I think I got this guy. Yeah, there's an interesting story behind this guy. So I went to my local Walmart, and most of the DC figures there for some reason are $15. So I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. I've heard some good things about it. And I go to check out, and I'm expecting the price to go up a lot more than it does, because this guy rings up for like $3.59 or something crazy. So there was a pricing error on him. So maybe if you go to your local Walmart, I don't know if it's just mine, but you should check. You should check it out, because for that much, this guy is a great find if you can get him for that much, if you are lucky enough. But that's gonna wrap it up for today, looking at this guy. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, not so fast, go ahead and like and subscribe and check back. I'll see you guys next time.